Good afternoon. Welcome to Sunday. We're going to have a chat and we're going to do some driving and deliver some stuff. So we are going to deliver some canned beef. Because what do people want more in this world than canned beef? And we've got to go from Rotterdam to Venice. But at the minute we're still in the UK. So we're going to go from Cambridge over to Rotterdam. And then we're going to get some canned beef. And we're going to take that all the way through Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, into France, Switzerland. Where else are we going? And then straight into Italy, into Venice. So let's get our way.
Ready to roll.
We are ready to roll. Okay. Let's put it in gear, which might be a good idea. So let's turn around. And the other thing we're going to do what we normally do on these little jaunts, is we are going to talk about the world of VR and other things that have been going on in the world. So, what have I been up to recently? I've been in the cinema. Quite a bit. Twice, really. So it's not quite a bit, but enough. So I went to see Top Gun Maverick, which is the next installment in How Do We Try and Kill Tom Cruise in the world of movies. And to be honest, they're doing a fair good job. And it wasn't just him they were trying to kill, there was all the other actors as well. Because they're all in the cars. The planes. They're all in the planes, flying around, doing the stuff that the planes actually do. There is some really, really impressive flight sequences in this film, and the fact that you've actually got the actors in the cockpits themselves doing this. I mean, they're not actually flying. I saw a making of it. It's like there are people sitting in front of them actually flying in the plane, and then they are in the cockpit behind, matching the movements of the actual pilot. But dear God, was it impressive. Really, really good fun. And it's a proper summer blockbuster, you know. That's basically what it is. It's a big popcorn movie. And it was fun. And, you know, it had some nice callbacks to the original, but not too many, which was good. I quite like that. And then, yeah, and it feels like a big 80s action movie, because that's what it is. It's just a sequel to the original. No, it was really good. I was really, really impressed with it. I really enjoyed it. The fact that Tom Cruise keeps doing this stuff, but you know, the guy is very good at what he does, and what he does is make films that entertain. Not so much running in this one, which is surprising for Mr. Cruise. That's usually all he does. But no, it was really good, and the fact that they've tied it in with the original and made it, you know, an actual sequel, but not too many callbacks, but enough, so you got it. It was quite good. I was surprised how much Miles Teller actually looks like a young Anthony Edwards, considering he's actually playing the son of that character from the original film. But no, really good. And then the other thing that I did was day before yesterday, on Friday, I was lucky enough, a friend of mine, I don't know if you remember, but I was a guest on a podcast called TV Time, which is hosted by the lovely Lucy Buglas, who is a TV reviewer by trade. That's what her job is. And she hosts a podcast where people come in and talk about various TV series. And I was the guest on the third episode where we talked about WandaVision. Not the band, the TV show, the Marvel one, with Wanda and Vision and Agatha. Or Agnes, depending on how far into the series you are. And Lucy put out a tweet saying she had a spare ticket to go and see a new film called Dashcam at the Prince Charles Theatre down in London. The Prince Charles Theatre in London is the only independent cinema in the West End. And it's lovely, really nice little place. So I was like, oh, Dashcam, that's the new film from the guys who made Host. And Host was, if anyone hasn't seen it, Host was a movie filmed in the pandemic, filmed on iPhones, about a group of friends who decide to have a seance over the internet. And it all goes a bit wrong. So it's really good. And the nice thing is it's all done over a Zoom call. And the film is an hour long, which is how long a free Zoom call is, which is a nice little touch. So you've constantly got that counter going down, so you know when it's going to end, and you're wondering what's going to be happening all the way through. But they've made a new film called Dashcam, which is basically based around, originally there's a lady called Annie Walker, who is the lead singer of the band, and she's quite acerbic in her nature and the way she does stuff, but she actually hosts something called Bandcar, where she makes up music and songs while driving along in her car live streaming. And they've taken that concept and taken it a bit further. So the character she plays in the film is a horrible person, really nasty, just doesn't care about anyone apart from herself, basically. And it shows. And she flies from America to go and see a friend to get away from the pandemic stuff, so it's set within the pandemic again. And steals her friend's car after various other things, and then gets convinced to take someone somewhere as opposed to just dropping stuff off, which is what her friend does as a living. He's like an Uber Eats driver. And the person that she picks up and takes, things happen from there, and it gets really, really interesting. It's a found footage film. I would describe it as a cross between The Evil Dead 2 and Driving Miss Daisy, which sounds like a very odd combination, but I would agree. The other surprise that we had, and we didn't know this, not even Lucy knew this when we got there, is this was actually the UK premiere of Dashcam, and the producers were actually there to introduce the film, and we got to meet them afterwards and have a good chat. So big shout to Jed Shepherd and the other guy whose name I can't remember, I'm very sorry. But no, it was lovely to actually meet these people who made these films. Host, I think, is one of the best horror films that's been out in a long time. It's a tightly made but they introduced the film as like we created Host to be watched on your own on a laptop, in the middle of the pandemic in the dark. And I would agree with that. Whereas this one has been made more as a crowd pleaser, so they wanted people to laugh and cheer and throw popcorn and, that sort of thing. Where normally, for a cinema experience for me, no, not going to be happy with that. I am very much of the opinion that food in a cinema should not make any noise whatsoever. I'm probably one of the worst people to go with the cinema with because I don't stand for any shit from anyone. But no, it was great. It was a really fun experience, but I really think you'll get the most out of this film by seeing it with an audience who are that hyped about it as well, and we were lucky enough to have that experience. Dashcam, I would highly recommend it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good fun. If you like your found footage and you like your horror, definitely go and see it. And again, go and see it. Don't wait, go and see it. You really need to do that sort of thing, because otherwise we're not going to get this sort of film. This is the problem, is we don't get enough unique stuff in the cinema. So another good example is another film I saw about a month ago. I went and saw Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Typical Marvel film, really good, excellent visuals. The fact that Sam Raimi was directing was a surprise, because they actually let him off the leash a bit and let him be Sam Raimi. So there's, in the new Doctor Strange, there are some horror elements and there's some violence in it that I was not expecting from a Sam Raimi film at all. Was not expecting that at all. Really impressed, really enjoyed it. Very middle of the road because it's a Marvel film. However, there is another multiverse film that came out called Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now, there's been some debate on Twitter within the VR community about this film. It's a very hard film to describe without ruining what it is. So it's made by the directors is a pair of gentlemen known as Daniels. There's two guys called Daniel who basically make film. They have made Swiss Army Man, which was a very unique and different film again, which seems to be their style of what they do. But Everything Everywhere All at Once is about a small Chinese family in America. They're running a laundrette which isn't going well, and they're being audited by the taxman, and the mother. The family is not doing well together. They're just not connecting in the way that a family should. And the mother is played by Michelle Yeoh, who is amazing from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And they're being audited by the tax office. And while they're going to the tax office, and she has a daughter as well, and she's not connecting well with her daughter and that sort of thing. So the whole film is really about family. But while they're on their way to the tax office to be audited, suddenly her husband changes slightly and tells her that she has to save. She's the only one who can save everyone from this evil that's coming to destroy the multiverse. Which is a bit unusual, and obviously she doesn't believe any of it to begin with, and then it goes from there. And to tell you any more about the film would ruin it, but it's one of those films that I cannot recommend enough. For me, it was one of the best films I've seen in the cinema in my life. I really, really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was wonderful. It's so unique in its storytelling and its visuals. And considering it was made on a budget of 20 million and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness was made on a budget of 200 million, I find Everything Everywhere All at Once to be far more inventive with the concept of the multiverse. They do a lot more things with it than the Doctor Strange movie does. One of the problems I had with the Doctor Strange film, don't get me wrong, I liked it, I really liked it, but one of the biggest problems I had with it was they didn't really use the multiverse. You literally see like 3 that they stay in, and that's it. And there's one sequence where you see them jump between multiple universes, but it's like a quick montage, and it's a real shame because there's so much you can do with that concept of having everything different. Making these unique worlds that everyone is like, wow, what's this, what's that, and just making it fun and unique and interesting. And they didn't really do it enough in that film. Whereas what they do in Everything Everywhere All at Once, superb. Absolutely loved it. Really, really smart. Really, really clever. It's been quite divisive. A lot of people just don't like it at all. Paradise Decay, for one, who everyone knows in the whole VR world, he said it was the biggest waste of his time. So yeah, I'll let you decide what you think when you go. Again, not every film is for everyone, and that's fine. And people like different things, and that's good. As long as the things you don't like are like rape and murder, that's the sort of thing you'd want to be careful of. Okay, here we are at the port. And are we going down here? Or where are we going? Where are we going? Ah, down there. I think. Was it this one or was it the next one? It's this one. Oh, yep, there we go, onto the train. So we're going through the Eurotunnel. Which is good. Hopefully we can get some sleep on here as well, because we're a bit tired. I've just noticed. Good. Enter or button 7. Shit. Enter? That's not enter. Uh-oh. Button 7. Oh, there we go. We want to go... Can we go... suppose we're going to have to go here. Oh, hang on. Calais. Yep, so we're going to go there, and then we're going to have to drive up through France and into the Netherlands. Cool. Let's go.
I'll find a new route.
Cool. Did we get some sleep? We did not get any sleep. That's not good. Okay. Button 7. Which was button 7? That one? No. No. That's fine. Okay. Pull out of here. That did not go well. It's a bit tight. Let's try that again. And we have to go up here, then turn around. Are we in Calais? I'm going to hope we are in Calais because... Yes, we are. I can tell by the name of the roads. That's good.
Get ready to turn left.
Alright. We go all the way to the end, and then come back down here. There we go. Nice. So yeah, those were the main three films that I've seen recently. Yeah, Dashcam, highly recommend it. Go and see it with an audience. Enjoy yourselves. Get the shit scared out of you. It's fine. Everything, Everything, All at Once. Please go and see it. That's I want people to see films like this so that we get more unique stuff. It's one of the biggest problems I find with cinema. I mean, I had to drive like a good 30 miles just to go and see Everything Everywhere All at Once because it wasn't on show everywhere. And it's going to be the same with Dashcam. Because it's, I mean, I even believe there was some controversy that View Cinemas were not showing the film. And I believe they said, originally it was said they weren't showing it because of the content of the film. And they said, you know, people might find it offensive. And I don't understand that because the only people who are going to go and see a film like this are people who want to see it. You're not going to go to the cinema to see a film you don't want to see. That just strikes me as a bit odd. But yeah, so what else has been going on in the world at the moment? Oh, we had PlayStation's State of Play, where they decided to show off a few things about their VR stuff that's coming out for the PlayStation VR 2, which is good. So what did we get? Resident Evil 4. So obviously we've already had Resident Evil 4 on the Quest as a complete remake. See, this is the thing that get me. It said VR content is being developed.
Go straight on.
What does that mean? Oh shit. Speeding. What does that mean? Does that mean the full game, or does that mean just bits? Because I'm getting slightly concerned now with what PlayStation 2 VR 2 is going to be regarding games. Now I know Sony want like all AAA developers to make VR content, but content is not necessarily full games, and that concerns me. But we'll have to see. We don't know what they're going to do. We don't know how it works. We'll have to see what's going to happen, and we'll go from there. But at the end of the day, more content is more content as long as it's good. And also, Sony have been very good with the PlayStation VR, and their level of content has been very good. It's been a high quality level of content, which is good to know. So hopefully they will keep that going when it comes to the PlayStation VR 2. So yeah, so we had Resident Evil 4 Remake, which is going to have VR content. They also have Resident Evil Village, which they're going to have in VR as well, which a lot of people are excited because a big vampire lady can stand on you. You weirdos. I saw Mike and GT getting very excited about that one. What was the other one they had? Horizon. I'd see that. I was concerned at the beginning because I thought that was just going to be an experience rather than a game. Now it looks like a fully fledged game, so I'm kind of like, okay, I'm on board with this. What else did they show VR wise? I'm sure there was another one, but I can't remember what it was. And that's also worrying. The fact that nothing has really stuck in my mind from what they're showing. Although we did like on the flat screen side, they had Stray, where it looks like you play a cat. Yeah, I mean, basically, if you get to play a cat and you get to do that, that looks really good. But yeah, so, what did you think? What did you, see recently that you thought was good? What was the sort of things you were looking for? I hope I am live. I haven't even checked. I probably should. Yeah, we are. Good. The other thing is, like, TV at the moment has been pretty good. One thing that I've been very impressed with is the new Star Trek Strange New Worlds. So we've had, we had the Star Trek Discovery, which was, didn't feel like Star Trek. Then we had Star Trek Picard, which I was unreasonably angry about because I just hated it. I just like, the people who've made this have never seen an episode of The Next Generation, and they don't understand these characters, and they have no idea how this relationship works between them and everything. I was really, really upset with Picard. I just thought it was dreadful. It was so bad. There's scenes where you see Picard get thrown across the room and smashed into all, and it's like every bone in that man's body would be dust by now, just dust. But no, it's fine. And also, like, the relationships between the characters, they just seem to have completely forgot. And the it all looks familiar but doesn't feel right, is the way that felt, that whole thing. And it was just really, really annoying and upsetting for me. I just didn't feel it worked at all. But Strange New Worlds feels like original Star Trek again. It's really good. I mean, you've got Anson Mount, who's playing Pike, Captain Christopher Pike, who was like the original captain of the Enterprise, which they've alluded to in lots of other stuff, and that was the pilot episode of Star Trek, the original series. And he's different to Kirk. He's still got that sort of swagger, but at the same point, oh god, go this way. He's still got that sort of swagger that Kirk, but it's his own thing, and he's a much more reasonable and humble person than Kirk. So, there is a difference between them. But you've also got Ethan Peck playing Spock in this one. So, it's a new interpretation of Spock that we've got, which is, pretty good. But it feels right. And it's fun, and it's entertaining. And yeah, it's really good, and it's about moral stuff again. It's like there've been news reports I've seen online about people going, what is it? Star Trek's got woke, and I'm like, Star Trek always was woke. Have you never seen this? That's the whole point of it. I need to pull over and get some rest. Ooh, there's a helicopter. Where can I park up and get some rest? I can't. Oh, no, maybe here. There we go. Stop there. Stop the engine. And rest. Not that button. We got to get used to the buttons on this again. Right, we're going to get some rest. Good. Ooh, nighttime. Right, let's go. No, that's not the lights. Hey, hello. I did not see you coming. Sorry, Rengar Logistics. Well, that went well. Right, should we try that again? Right, which button's the lights? There it is. Here we go. Good. Right, could have been better. How are we doing for fuel? Alright, slow. Not going to crash into someone else. But yeah, no, Star Trek Strange New Worlds, would recommend it. Really recommend it. Really, really good. And what else have we had recently? TV. Oh, Obi-Wan. So we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, the series. Bear in mind, if you're watching, I'm going to spoil the fuck out of these things, so you might as well, give up trying to not know about stuff now. Obi-Wan's really interesting because I think we all thought it was going to be about Obi-Wan watching over Luke on Tatooine, and it's not. It starts off that way, but then Obi-Wan gets a call from an old friend to come and help find his daughter that's been kidnapped, and the daughter is Leia. And it was like, oh, that's okay, that's different. I hadn't thought that they would do that sort of thing. That's really good. And the young girl who plays Leia, she's really good, playing a sort of precocious young Leia, is what you would kind of expect her to be. Very got her own mind and does her own thing, and that sort of a precocious 10-year-old. So yeah, that's good. She's really good. But the episode really picks up
Shiny
in like
banana.
episode 3. Hello.
Good afternoon, Buck. I need to get back into ETS2 Obi-Wan. A good series so far, enjoying it.
It is. The thing that surprised me the most about Obi-Wan was, and I tweeted this out, was just how sadistic they actually made Vader in the 3rd episode where you see him. I mean, there's a scene, and you can see Obi-Wan is terrified because he hasn't been a warrior or fighting anything for a long time. And then to see what's become of Anakin after he believed Anakin to be dead. And you see Vader, I mean, the introduction of Vader, you get the quick shot of the eyes in the back to tank, yeah, fine, fair enough. But when you actually see him suited up and walking out, and it's horrifying. There's a bit where he literally, he's walking around and you can see he's sensing that Obi-Wan is around somewhere, and he tries to lure him out. And he raises a guy up in the air using the Force, and he's Force choking the guy, and Obi-Wan still doesn't come out. And then that guy's child, literally a child, runs out and says, "Dad!" And Vader reaches over with the Force and just snaps the child's neck. And I was like, holy shit! This is not what you expect in Star Wars. It was like, oh wow, that's Jesus. But again, Doctor Strange did the same thing. There was violence in that. I was like, holy shit, in a Marvel film? But yeah, I was surprised how much they made that visceral for a Star Trek thing. For a Star Wars thing, sorry. Because the thing you have to remember is, like, Star Wars was made for kids. It wasn't made for adults. It was made for kids. No, not that one. Not that one.
Shiny bald banana. Said not what was expected, but good to see how dark and sadistic Vader has become.
Oh no, absolutely, and it's right, and it's even to the point where it's like he puts a load of flammable stuff on the ground, and then lights it with his lightsaber, and then drags Obi-Wan into it, and it's like, this is how it felt, motherfucker, sort of thing, and it was like, wow, this, they're really going all in on this. And the other wonderful thing is they have James L. Jones back doing the voice of Vader, because it wouldn't have worked without him. So it was like, wow, this is incredible stuff. So yeah, I am really looking forward to seeing what they do with Obi-Wan. I think it's only 6 episodes or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, really enjoying Obi-Wan. Much more than I thought I would. Which is good. It is good. I also saw another TV series called From, which is, sorry, we can break, oh dear. From is, what's the best way to explain From? Okay, there's a family going on holiday in a Winnebago, a big camper home, and they're driving along, and then they drive through this little town. And then
German Rifter.
They keep
Says,
going, hey.
Someone is on the road again. Hey, Buck and chat.
Hey, Daniel. Also, actually, that's something that we do need to address at the moment. Huge love out to Daniel, who recently lost his father And yeah, everyone in the VR community, Daniel, is behind you on this one. You need anything, you just let people know. Okay. So yeah, there's two people at the moment. So you know, Daniel obviously lost his father. It's very close. It's a horrible thing to go through. I have no idea. My parents are still around, and I just know I'm going to be a complete wreck if I ever have to deal with that sort of thing. So seriously, Daniel, all our thoughts are with you as much as we can. And the other one on a slightly somber note is like Gamertag VR recently lost a friend to suicide, which is again a horrible thing to have to go through. But you know, as we are for Daniel, we're here for GT as well. That's what this community does. We're here for everyone. So if there's anything we can do for either of you.
Thanks so much, Buck. Back to trucking and movies again. Don't you want to be a downer long?
No, it's not a downer. It's not a downer at all. It's necessary, Daniel. It's something that you need to hear from us, and I'm sure you know it anyway. But yeah, no, I agree. So, From is a series. There's been one season so far, and basically there is a town that once you enter it, you can't leave. No matter what you do, if you try and drive out, you'll just go around in circle. Well, you won't feel like you've gone in circle, but you'll just drive through the town again. It's kind of a bit strange. And there's a community that have been there for a fair while. And at night in this town, there are creatures. Is creatures the best way to describe them? Yeah, I suppose they are creatures. They look like normal people until they attack. And there are talismans that people hang up outside, just inside their door to stop them from coming in. They can only come in the house if you invite them, which is a very vampire thing. But it's, where is this town? How do people get here? What are these things? It's really good. I really enjoyed it. Because you've got the sheriff of the town who's like trying to keep it all together and trying to keep everyone together, and he has, you know, a rough relationship with his son who's there. But there's things like no one knows where the town is because everyone that's there was driving in a different part of the US when they got there. So one of them was driving in like Michigan and they ended up in this town, and another one was driving in, say, like New York State, and they've ended up in this town. So it's,
and then turn right.
It's very unusual, but it's really nice. But also, I'm hoping it doesn't go the way of a lot of TV series like this, where it doesn't answer the questions, because that's why I gave up on Lost. Because it was like, you're not answering any of your own questions, therefore, I'm not interested anymore. Where are we going? Straight on.
Get ready to turn right.
So we're in Rotterdam at the moment. I'm doing that. Oh, red light.
Turn
Stop.
right, and then keep right.
Yeah, so From, that's what it was called. Really good. Really would recommend it. It's pretty good. Finished watching the Halo TV series. It's fine, I think is the most you can say about it. It's not the greatest show on the earth. It is literally like, it's okay. I've seen better.
This is where it ends.
I've also seen a lot worse. Okay. No, not that one. Press the following key to view the job offer. That one. Right market. Is it gone? Oh no, I've missed it. Which is the longest one? Edinburgh, Cologne, Grimsby. Let's go Cologne. Oh, I had this job that was going to go all the way down over here. It's obviously run out of time. That's annoying.
German Richter said, have you started watching season 3 of The Boys?
I have not, actually, because I've been so busy with being here, there, and everywhere. I have not watched season 3 of The Boys yet. I've heard it's just as bonkers as the first one, the first two. which is kind of what you expect.
German Rifter.
Said, oh right, you were in Barcelona.
I was in Barcelona not this weekend, but last weekend. Button 27. I don't know what that is. Is that button? No. What's button 27?
Let's do this.
That one. Cool. Right. Let's go. Nope. Nope. No. Right. No, I haven't watched The Boys yet. I did watch the animated series that they made to go with The Boys, which I thought was quite good. That was quite nice. What was that called? Was it Diabolical or
C0LD
something?
Vengeance.
Hey, Gold.
Said, yo Buck, I've invaded Sweden. Bowles says hi.
Okay. You've invaded... Are you in Sweden at the moment then? Have you gone to see Boll? I mean, that's cool if you have. Or I'm missing the point on
C0LD
something.
Vengeance.
Turn right.
Said I am indeed.
Oh, that's cool, man. Well, that's good. Well, my love to you all.
C0LD Vengeance. Said Emma booked it for me.
Oh, that's really cool. Oh, well done.
Keep right. And then
See, this is
turn
the thing. Now the world is opening up again. We can go places and do things and see people, and that was my reason for going to Barcelona, which was lovely. So I don't know if people know. I used to work in Barcelona. I used to spend like a couple of weekends a month there with the job that I used to do, and I was the boss, which is a terrifying thought for a lot of people, I'm sure. But my old team, who are still there in Barcelona, so there's Neas and Pedro, I got in touch with them and I was like, now the world's open again, shall I come and see you? And it's like, yeah, do that. So I got to stay in Barcelona at Neas' place and hang out with her and Pedro's girlfriend. And it was just so nice to see everyone again and hang out. And yeah, it was lovely. So we went down to Sitges, which is on the coast. Not that Barcelona isn't on the coast. Yeah, so we went down there, and that's where there's a film festival as well that I know Pedro goes to every year, and I would like to go to myself at some point, so it was lovely. But yeah, it was just really nice to see people. And then obviously when Lucy put out on Twitter that she had a ticket to go and see Dashcam, I was like, yep, let's do this. So I'm trying to like get out and do things more now that I have A, the time, and B, we're allowed to, and I'm not just tired all the time. Shit. Okay. So yeah, it's good. It's really nice that we can go and do these things again, and the world is opening up a bit more. And then my next big trip is in September. Right, I'm actually going to Canada to go and stay with Zimtok and his family. So wow, that's a long time coming, that one. It's strange because it's kind of like, you know, when your best mate just sort of leaves, doesn't even live in the country you live in, and then moves to one that's even further away. Yeah, and it's been harder and harder to kind of, you know, keep up with each other because of the time difference and things. So, you know, you've got to do it, but also it's easier to do it with the age of the internet and that sort of thing, so you can keep in touch with people, and you can do. I mean, you know, the VR community is a really good, you know, part of that. Is I have what I would like to consider friends all over the world, thanks to this little headset that we put on and do silly things with, and you know, and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's great. Okay, what else? What else have we been doing?
Vengeance. Said Canada sounds nice, be fun to see his back rooms in person.
I know! It is kind of the back rooms, isn't it?
Said by back rooms his VR space.
No, I agree. It does look kind of terrifying at places. It does look like the back rooms. But bear in mind, we've never seen the other side. So maybe it is. Maybe if you turn the camera around the other way. you'll find that it actually is like this never-ending sequence of weird places, which is entirely possible. But no, it will be nice. Hey, Duck.
Hi, all BRB.
Lovely to have you here, as per usual. Right, what else have we seen? What have you guys been doing? What have you guys been watching? Has there any been TV or films that you've seen recently that you... So the main things that I've seen recently, which I said at the beginning of the stream that we went through, I watched Top Gun Maverick, which I would recommend. I think it's really good fun. I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I think is one of the best films I've ever seen in my life. I went and saw Dashcam, which is a really good found footage horror film that I would recommend people go and see as well. And yeah, and that sort of thing. But what about you guys? What have you been watching? Is there anything, you know, on TV or the... Oh, I also watched the Midwich Cuckoos, which is a sort of sci-fi horror-ish thing that was on Sky, which is based... You may know it as Village of the Damned, which was a film, black and white film originally, where creepy children are born. Basically, a town, something happens to a town, everyone in the town falls unconscious, and then the next day, every woman who is of childbearing age is pregnant, and they give birth to these children who have, like, kind of a hive mind. It's a bit weird. Ooh, there we go. There we go. There we can see. And it's like, are the children evil or not? You're not quite sure. They are. Just to spoil that for you, it's pretty fucking obvious, to be honest. But yeah, it was good. It was, yeah, stars Keely Hawes, who I really like. So yeah, there's that as well. New season of Barry has arrived. Barry is one of my favourite TV shows. I think it's hilarious.
And then exit right.
But what have you guys been doing with your spare time? Tell me, recommend stuff to... Oh no.
Exit right.
I won't be going that way then, or will I? I will. No one will know. It's alright. Now, we've done this before, and it's been a bit of a problem. But let's see. Uh-oh. It's fine.
C0LD Vengeance. Said started watching Severance, weird Apple TV show about workers that have split their memories and your working
yes.
self, and you remember your social self and vice versa.
Yes, I've seen Severance. I really liked Severance. I think it's a very, very good show. The thing that I forgot is, like, think about it. So they call them innies and outies. So the personality that is in the job is your innie, and the one who lives an actual life outside of that is your outie. If you think about it, your innies never sleep. That must do some weird psychological thing to you. Surely. You literally walk into a lift and then walk
Arcanian
straight out of it.
said, hey folks, how you all doing? Hey Dan,
Hey,
love to you
Arcanian.
and your fam need anything, just ask. Hey Buck, so where are you today?
Today we are...
Said Barry is so good, rewatch planned and can't wait to watch season 3.
Barry's great. I know it's another one that most people don't know, but it's really fucking good. Barry is, in the simplest terms, about a hitman who decides he wants to become an actor. Yes. That's the best I can tell you about that. No, really, really good. Really good. Yeah, no, Severance, though, is again, it's unique, it's weird, it's creepy, but it's also funny. It's a very fine line, but it's very good.
C0LD Vengeance. Said, right, gotta shoot, Bowl is taking us out later.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Say hello to the man for me. Enjoy your time in Sweden. See if you can get some of that nasty fish. But yeah, no, that's cool, man. I'm really pleased you've got to go over there and see him. But yeah,
Breaker one, Mr. Buckman, you out there?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Alright, mate, how are you?
I'm good. See, this was the thing, is like, the idea was we could pick up Hitchhikers and you could come along for the ride, which is why we have the stream channel.
I figured I'd jump in and harass you a little bit. Sorry to break up your flow.
No, not at all. It's very rare that I actually have a flow, so it's nice to have... And I'm always better with someone else. I know I'm not as entertaining on my own as I can be if I have someone else to bounce off of.
Problem shared is a problem halved.
Exactly, like this. And welcome to my problems. But how are you, sir? How have you been?
I'm good. I've just finished Stranger Things.
Oh, now I saw Stranger Things as well, so there's another thing we could talk about.
I mean, spoilers.
Oh god. Well, yeah, oh god. Never mind.
You drove past the police. You knew this was... You just crashed into a crash.
Dr.
Just
Oculus
crashed into
VR.
something.
Said also hello German Rifter.
I mean, what were you expecting?
Now, I'm not sure
Now-
we can get round this.
Now you have to reverse all the way down a dual carriageway for like 5 miles.
I don't have to reverse. I can.
You're
Can I
not
get round the
turning it.
others? Of course I am. I'm wondering if I can get
I'm just going to
past.
sit in silence and watch this.
Can I get past? I might be able to get past.
I think there's an invisible wall, because you clearly got past those people right then, and yet still it stopped you dead.
Let's see what happens. I don't know.
That
I might lose the-
helicopter is...
I was going to say I might lose the top of my truck.
Do you own this one, or are you renting it? Because if so, your deposit is...
No, this is mine. Nothing to see here, gentlemen.
What they were thinking.
And that's why you hire this man for the job, ladies and gentlemen. Because he'll get your stuff
Arcane.
there. No
Said,
matter
"Hello, Buck, have you picked up a hitchhiker? Be careful.
what's
deuces."
in the
Just
way.
disgusting.
Okay, Stranger Things. I take it you've seen all the series.
I mean, as much as they're allowing us to watch until July the 1st.
Well, yes, because they've split this one in two, haven't they? Okay. I think this season was probably the strongest one so far.
I have little to no connection to the show.
Well,
In
yeah,
The
go
world
on.
loves it, and I don't give a fuck.
No, see, I'm very much the same. There's like some very large TV series that I have never watched, and people are stunned that I've never watched them. For instance, I have seen one episode of Breaking Bad, right?
No, I sing out of that.
And the one episode I've seen is the one that is not like the rest of the series at all, apparently. So the one episode I've seen... Go on.
Carry on.
No, go on. What are you going to ask?
I was going to say, was this the one that Quentin Tarantino directed? But Tarantino did, like, Law and Order or some shit, right? It wasn't Breaking Bad.
I don't know. I'm not aware of that. No, basically...
I think he did or CSI. I'll Google it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
The episode that I saw was basically...
Said, was it The Fly by any chance?
Was The Fly! There we go! So it's basically, there is an episode where a fly gets into the lab and Walter White goes a bit mental trying to stop this fly or kill it. He just becomes obsessed by this thing. But yeah, that's the only episode of Breaking Bad I've seen, and everyone says it's a good episode, but it's not any way representative of the
Said,
show.
great episode.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So again, but it's like sort of, Game of Thrones. I did 2 seasons and went, nah.
Me too. And then the wife was like, let's watch Game of Thrones. So I ended up watching.
Okay. Lost. I did 1 season and then half of season 2 and went, oh, they don't know what they're doing anymore, and then stopped. And my immediate reaction at the end of the first season of Lost was, well, they're all dead, aren't they? And this is like purgatory. And then it turned out that's exactly what it was. So I didn't need to watch all of those seasons at the end.
So it was CSI. The 5th season finale of American crime drama CSI Crime Investigation, set in Nevada, was directed by Quentin Tarantino. 2-part
I did like
2005.
I did like CSI.
Arcanian. Said it as a great representation of the quality of acting.
Yeah. No, I'd agree with that. But anyway, back to Stranger Things. And we are spoiling the crap out of stuff, so I don't really care what people think about that sort of thing. I enjoyed the last season. I thought it was really good. The only thing that I didn't quite understand was like, there's no real reason for Hopper's story.
It's so. I mean, anybody who will give him like a 10-minute warning. Maybe? Like
Yes.
So if you've not seen Stranger Things chapter 4 or whatever,
I will do this. I will wave my hand when we've stopped spoiling it again. Okay, so now we are spoiling it. Go.
Okay. So the series definitely peaked at episode 4
Yes.
in a big bad way.
Yes. Yeah.
That
Watching.
was absolutely the best.
Was that Max in the world running out? Was it that
Yeah.
one? Yeah. Which I think that particular sequence was stunning, and that's why Kate Bush is now at #1 apparently.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's
I
fine.
think. So I went on a roller coaster because I started that and I was just like, I really don't give a shit about that stupid ginger little twat. I don't care if she dies right now. And then as she started to run, I was just like, fuck. Right,
You can
no,
do
you've got to
this.
make it. Yeah. And then towards the end, I'm just like, do you know what? I think I would appreciate this TV show more if she just got rinsed, just as she had like one hand back into the real world.
I mean, I quite like films
Arcanians
that do that.
Said, do you think they could have gone darker for episode 4?
Well, they can go darker in any episode, really, and they could have gone a lot darker in a lot of it. But I don't, at the minute, I don't see the point in Hopper's story. And the reason for that is it kind of takes away his sacrifice from the last season. Yeah? It kind of makes it not as meaningful. Because he's not dead. It's not really a sacrifice at that point. And also it's like, who are these Russian soldiers and why have they got a demigorgon? This doesn't make any sense. Or does it? Am I...
Got one.
But
Yeah,
but why...
Like, for Americans, Russia is like, you know, the boogeyman. Like,
I know.
They just want to be like, oh well, we need to be the Russians. I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, that's now become a bit more.
Well, that,
global.
interestingly, you watch Top Gun Maverick, and they only refer to the bad guys as the enemy. They never say what country they're from.
I mean, keep it
All the
ambiguous,
way
you never
through.
know.
It's just
you
the
know,
enemy.
You make a TV show about attacking Russians, and then, oh look, we all want to attack the Russians, right?
Yeah.
So you're in a political territory.
Yes.
You're in a dangerous position.
Well, especially with what's going on in the world at the moment. Yeah, it's like,
Exactly,
no,
so-
it's, yeah.
If they're fighting the Chinese, and then like in a month,
Oh,
like,
no, no,
between
see-
filming and then
See,
China
most
just
films
got
now,
crazy.
is kind of like China's the market as well, isn't it?
Oh,
It's like
absolutely, yeah.
they've started like,
And
you
then
know,
exit
oh,
right.
China has money. Like, this is we want China
As-
money.
As the VR world will attest, that
Well,
once you
yes.
break into the Chinese market, then
Yes.
you can get a much higher expansion. Like it's there's many things.
Yeah, but no, it's
Just
quite
found it
interesting.
Not make a massive steering wheel.
Turn left.
They make a drift wheel, which is a lot bigger than this one. I see where
I
you're
just thought-
going.
German
I just thought that if you
said
could
that
actually
low
get
Ketan
a
aliens in
full-on
Maverick right.
lorry steering wheel, seeing as you can easily remove them.
Yes. Yeah, I could do. I don't know. I want them to do like a forklift one as well for forklift simulator where you can.
Do you know, I was watching Pug play that. Are we, like, should we deal with Stranger Things and then?
Yes, yeah, let's do that.
Think
Sorry.
of what
Yeah.
we
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, no, that's like you say, the Hopper storyline. I was just like, I just don't care. And then you drag Joyce into it, and then it gets.
I mean that
like, it
that
just
felt
takes-
like the comic relief in the show. You know, with her mate who's doing oh god, his karate. Sorry, that was a bit like you know, and it was kind of like doesn't kind of fit with the rest of the show. It felt like a different show.
I guess it's all. Like I say, I've never had the same attachment to that show as many others
No,
have.
and I don't either.
So it's always been sort of a bit of a.
But I did like.
I'm not watching it under duress. But
Arcanian said
More
I
like
thought you could
social
fix
pressure.
real wheels on a Fanatec.
You can fix different wheels on a Fanatec. You can make your own to go on there as well.
Oh, so you can actually just buy a lorry steering wheel and chuck it on.
Yeah, you can buy like the hub and just attach it to that. I know a lot of people have done that sort of thing. So you could do that. Yeah, could do that. Where am I going? Oh, was it here?
Turn right.
Somewhere on the right, I think.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think it's
the Dustin / Harrington
here.
is not leaned on as much as it was in the previous one, which I'm happy with. I was. They could have quite easily just leaned on that relationship more and milked it, but I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
What else? The Harrington what's her face budding romance can fucking do one. I don't really care.
This
Like
has
it
not
left-
gone well.
She was hooking up
Oh,
with
this is.
Will.
Oh, Jesus! I didn't realize I was dragging two things behind me.
I saw that and I was like, wait, are you like double carriage?
Apparently
job
so.
here?
I was not aware of this. This is going to make this part of the job a lot more interesting.
If anybody was aware of it, surely the person driving.
Shush, shush. We don't worry about things like that when we do this. Right,
You
are
like
we gonna
detach one.
what, and then come back and get it? Just leave it halfway in Germany and then come back.
I mean,
I
just
didn't
dump one
realise
at
I
the
had
door,
two.
take
Wow.
one round.
To be fair, considering I didn't realise I had two, I've been bloody lucky in not getting through everywhere.
I mean, this is where you like watch the replay back and there's just a wake of carnage.
I did crash into someone earlier.
I mean, you also crashed into a fire crew.
Surely that's
Like
that's in.
Nah, they want it the other way around, just to make it harder.
Arcanian
Said I like trucking, I like
I
trucking,
know
I
nothing
like
about this
trucking,
game. I
and
own
like
it.
to truck.
I told German Rifter I would play it with them, and then.
You know, it's got
life
multiplayer
found a
now.
way.
We can convoy this shit.
Do I even have it installed? I know the wheel's not set up, but that's like a 5-minute job.
Yeah, that's not what I want to do.
Although I am supposed to be playing games with the wife.
Are you?
Um,
My taking away from...
over.
No, it's not. No, I am the right way around.
I was just fucking with you. I don't know.
Oh god, this... Hang on. Now I've got two things. Reversing is going to be even weirder, isn't it?
Well, you just have to counter the countering of the reverse.
I'm done! Yes! That was in!
I think that said skip parking, didn't it?
don't
Anyway,
know.
yeah, so Stranger Things, the thing that obviously always is going to bug me is the whole Matrix 2 side of it. Where you're just like, well, they've clearly got 6 hours worth of footage and they've just gone and then fucked off and said, come back for more later. That is Netflix trying to get people to subscribe for 2 months instead of 1.
Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's exactly what it is. It's obvious. What should we do next? Iron pipes to Czechoslovakia. Oh, yeah, that's a big thing. All the way through Germany, through Poland, then into the Czech Republic.
I
Done.
bet your liquid is interesting as well.
Have I dropped this trailer yet? I don't know.
Well, presumably, otherwise they wouldn't call it done, right?
Yeah, they're staying there. It's alright. You never know with this game. You kind of like think you've done it and then you're not sure. Yes, Stranger Things. So it was like, yeah, yeah. I did like what they did with number 1. I thought that.
Yeah, so I pegged him as number 1 before the reveal.
Oh, really?
But then I
Better than I did.
pegged
I
him
didn't.
as Vecna like a millisecond before it was revealed.
See, I didn't even have that. I was. Oh, hang on.
It was a nice
Am I
ride.
picking up from here? Freight Market. And that one. Take job.
Time to get the job done.
Arcanian.
Yeah.
Said, can you go through Wrocław in Poland? That's
Yeah,
where the
when
missus is
the first
from.
time it was like, do you know there was a number one?
Hmm.
I was like, oh, right, number one's not already here. Fair enough, that's you then, isn't it?
To be honest, I should have probably spotted that, shouldn't I? It's fairly obvious when you think about it. And I'm usually quite good at figuring things like that out in stuff that I watch.
But then, yeah, the whole Vecna thing, that was like, ah, shit, yeah.
Yes, that
just
makes
as
sense
well.
now.
Yeah. I think it was like, I saw the bodies and was like, oh, they're all crunched up and wrinkled and fucked up, just like the
Well,
man
that was the thing, is when I
thing.
saw the things and she was like, oh, I did this, and I'm like, I don't think you did.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, that's too easy. Or it's like, they're not going to get through all of this and then make her the villain. Which, to be honest, I'd have had more respect for if they did.
I mean, this always just takes me back to the Zombie.
The Zombie?
Yeah, I really, really, really wanted The Walking Dead
Let's go.
to just have a zombie birth out of her guts
Oh.
instead of Judith. I wanted
Oh,
a
okay.
zombie baby.
Yeah, okay.
Like
I
it
can see
to be
that.
stillborn and then just out of her
Ooh.
belly. But that
See,
would've
that's
been
the thing. Well, I mean, this is like I was saying about... Okay, we're done spoiling Stranger Things, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm done with it.
Ooh, okay, fine. This is the thing is I was talking about earlier. So I went to see Dash Cam, which is a new horror movie from the guys who made...
Is that the
Host.
Blumhouse one?
Yes.
That's
So-
like banned in Warner Brothers cinemas or some shit.
View Cinema has refused to show it for some reason.
I think they paid them.
Apparently not, because I was talking to the producer of the film after seeing the film, because I went to the premiere. I didn't realise it was the premiere. Anyway, I know. So I've said this earlier on the podcast, but I'll say it again because I said it earlier on the stream because you're here now. So you remember when I did the TV Time podcast and I spoke about WandaVision?
Yes.
Arcanian.
So
Said
Lucy.
Dawn of the Dead did the zombie thing.
That's true. Dawn of the Dead did do the zombie baby thing.
They did the remake.
And then turn right.
So
They did, yeah.
Lucy put
I
out
want
on
Walking
Twitter that she had a spare.
I saw you met and you gave her the WandaVision living room, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, one of the things she mentioned on the podcast, she was very much into set design, and she said the 50s was her favourite one on that. So anyway, she put it out on Twitter that she had a spare ticket to go and see Dashcam at the Prince Charles Theatre down in Prince Charles Cinema,
yes.
down in Leicester Square. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, brilliant. It'd be nice to actually meet you for, she said she'd been wanting to meet us for a while anyway. So I went down there, and as we all sat down in the cinema to get ready to watch Dashcam, two blokes stood up at the front of the cinema. I went, hi. And it was the guys who made the film. And they were like, just to let you know, this is the first ever screening of it in the UK. He goes, and whereas Host was made to be watched on a laptop in the dark on your own, they've said we've made this to be more like a crowd-pleasing film. And again, we want people to scream and shout and that. Well, they said when they showed it at, I think it was South by Southwest or something. Anyway, another film festival, they showed it. Apparently, it had as big a reaction as when they first showed The Evil Dead 2.
So were they basically just being like, please scream because we're going to make
Yes.
a trailer out of this?
Turn right.
They were basically scream, shout, laugh, do what you want. Which for me, being in the cinema is not always the best thing because I can't stand that sort of stuff. But it really enhanced watching this film and really was a good time. I would say if you are going to go and see this and you like your horror, go and see it with an audience. I'm not sure it would have the same effect at home as I had watching it with that audience. But no, it was great. I really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it. And it was nice to meet Lucy as well. So big thanks to Lucy for doing that. And she is she's talking about getting me back on the podcast and talking about another
Arcanian.
TV series.
Said that was a good podcast episode, by the way, mate.
You sound
Thank
so
you.
inconvenienced by this.
No, not at all. Not at all. I actually really enjoyed doing it. And Lucy, bless her, she went, it was so easy for me because you just kept talking. He goes, because you knew everything about it all, and she didn't. And it was like, yes, because I'm a nerd who knows about these things in comic books. But no, it was really nice to do it. And she was lovely to meet her and her boyfriend and hang out. And, you know, we went for a drink and they got some food afterwards and then went our separate ways. But no, it was really, really nice. And to meet the producers of the film as well was quite a surprise because not even Lucy knew they were going to be there.
Okay.
No, we didn't know it was the premiere.
So, good evening then.
Yeah, it was really nice. Well, it was the afternoon actually. It was like 3:30 in the evening. 3:30 in the afternoon.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yeah, but it was lovely. It was really good. But, did you watch the State of Play?
I just always end up getting the Cliff Notes because I'm busy usually when these
Exactly what I did as well. I did watch the first 15 minutes of it before coming on the stream today, just so it was there. Did anything really hit you on that one?
Did they ever? Really? I mean,
Well,
like, yeah, we have to remember
right.
it's the PlayStation State of Play. They're still chasing the COD game.
Yeah.
They're not. It's not a VR State of Play. It's just.
Well, the first 15 minutes was nothing but VR.
Which is good. It shows that they are
It is.
obviously aware that there is a
It's
following
good,
to them.
but it was the way a lot of it were worded that worries me. Because a lot of it was like VR content is being developed. And you're like, what does that mean? Because content is not necessarily everything. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, is it an experience?
Yeah.
Or is it, and it's like, is it just is it like what they did with the Tomb Raider games where they bolted on you can go round to the manor? And it's like, yeah, that's not enough as far as I'm concerned. But the Horizon Zero Dawn is a fully fledged game. That looked really good. So I'm quite looking forward to Horizon in VR.
Yeah.
That would be good. Oh, I need to
You can
sleep.
play Resident Evil in VR, and I'm just like, I've got it on the PC, and I can do that now, so I don't care.
Yeah.
And the mod for admittedly, the mod for Resident Evil is not perfect.
No, I saw you playing it the other day, I think.
It has its flaws, but that's because they're shoehorning a non-VR game into VR.
Yeah, when
So-
something isn't designed from the ground up.
Yeah.
Because what did they show? They showed Resident Evil 4 remake, and it's like, well, I've already got that on Quest, so okay.
Well, yeah.
And it also
It's
just
not
said
a
VR
remake,
content,
but-
so it didn't say no. It's not remake, but you know, same game. Depends how much they change it, I suppose. Then they said
Yeah,
about
I'm
Village,
not
we'll have that.
sure.
Then they said, so one thing that did intrigue me, they were saying No Man's Sky,
It's
and I'm
going to
kind of
PSVR 2.
is going to PSVR 2
Yeah.
with the power of the PS5, and I'm kind of like, well, if you can make it perform better than it does on my PC, then I may be interested.
That was a thought that I had, because basically it got a PS5 upgrade.
Yes.
So anybody that owns No Man's Sky can play it flat screen on the PS5 with updated visuals and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh yeah, that's great. So I installed that, and then you have to install the PS4 version in order to play in VR. So then you've got two versions of No Man's Sky on your PlayStation 5, which is annoying.
So I bought No Man's Sky day one on PS4, and then played it solidly for a long time, and then kind of regretted it because it took another 4 years for the whole game to turn up.
Yep.
I'm in trouble. I don't have enough fuel or enough sleep, and I'm not seeing either on the map anywhere. Right,
Well,
we're just gonna keep driving till we stop.
You're a lorry driver. Can't you just,
Just to
get
have
through
a
the
couple
night?
bit of speed and murder a couple of prostitutes, isn't it? That's what
Yeah,
you're
just
supposed
a
to do, isn't it?
quick pump, and
I believe that's what it is.
I don't think you can fuel that on prostitute blood though, so you are going to have to find
you
a
can.
filling station somewhere.
Oh! There's one coming up. Sorry, I just saw it on the map. Good, excellent.
you
We're going to be fine. And it's both. It's got somewhere to park and a fuel station. This is excellent. Considering how long I've played this game, I still am in debt.
Shocker.
Right. Let's go and get some fuel and rest. What should we do first? I don't know. What should we do first?
Whichever one comes up first.
I don't
think you can sleep at the pump, so...
Probably stop. Can you?
I
That
don't
would
think
be
so.
very annoying for everyone else, wouldn't it?
Then again, I imagine it takes a while to fill a lorry up.
I don't think this is where you're supposed to park. So, oh no, no. You should find a place to park. I have. All right, let's go and fill up first then.
This is this is my thought. Like, what was stopping you just jamming it in the embankment there and then just being like, right, night, y'all.
I kind of thought that's what I was going to do.
Like I saw there was a bit of dusty road off to the side there.
Oh, hello.
Beside your tank
Another
pump.
truck there. Right.
£2.18, Jesus.
Well, let's just fill it right up. It's €2.18.
Oh, okay.
No, you know. I mean, this does take a few more litres than my car does.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking.
But my car at the moment probably costs the same amount. Right. So now I need to know where to park. So I can get some sleep. I thought I was there.
What's the yellow sign?
What? What the fuck was that? What did I just
That,
get
like,
told
truck
off for?
stop. Driving away without stopping filling, or
I don't know.
where are you in the world? Can somebody translate that yellow sign?
I'm just going to turn around and go back in.
Every now and then I get a little.
Because I'm looking at the thing and it's like, yeah, you can park there. So maybe it's just like along the side here. I reckon it's that big grey bit of tarmac there.
Yeah, it's near bins, and you need somewhere to stuff the bodies.
Exactly. Ha-ha! It's asking me to stop the engine. Press enter to rest. I'm getting some rest. I have got some rest. We're all fine. Oh, I've got an email as well. Well, we'll worry about that later.
Yeah, wait till you're driving and then somebody's trying to overtake you. On a
Well, exactly. Yeah,
Squash them
exactly. You
into
know,
the
why wouldn't you do that? That's just ridiculous not to do that sort of thing. Yeah, so I think if I'd have parked along right against the edge here, I'd have been okay. But I wasn't.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. No. It's all swings and roundabouts.
well,
Right.
Peter
So
Pan.
what else? Yeah. So No Man's Sky, PSVR 2. Yeah, great. If you can make it perform better than the PC, I'm happy. If not, I don't really care. Again, No Man's Sky is another, because you've been playing an awful lot of that with your betrothed, your other half, haven't you?
Yes, my darling wife and I have.
Yes.
It was either that or Minecraft.
Okay. It's kind of a lesser of two evils, I feel, in that situation. Again, I don't get Minecraft. It's not my sort of thing. But No Man's Sky is kind of like, there is stuff to do now.
Oh yeah, there is. There's absolutely stuff to do.
But there wasn't when the game first came out, which was a bit of a problem. I mean, give them their due. They have constantly added to it with no extra cost to the end user, which is quite impressive. But I'm also wondering if that has been fueled by guilt. Because...
No, I think it was always the plan, and I think Sony maybe put the screws to them to release. And,
Okay. Yeah, could be.
Also, the what's his name? Sean Steven.
Yeah. No, Sean. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he obviously had all these massive plans.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether he could pull them off, you know.
He
I
did
think
come
he
across at the
needed-
time a bit like Peter Molyneux.
Yeah, I think he needed a massive cash injection by a bunch of people buying his game under false pretenses. And then when he got the massive cash injection, he could then make good on his promises.
Yeah. It just, it just came across like it was quite misleading to begin with. Do you know what I mean? I may be wrong, but that's...
About it.
Yeah. And it's kind of like everything that he said was gonna be there is now there and more. So you've got to give him that sort of thing. So yeah, that's fair enough. But it's kind of, to be honest, VR itself has been fairly quiet recently.
I always find shit to do. I'm supposed to be playing Tempest Fall right now for a video for tomorrow, and I never do.
What's
the
Tempest
Warhammer
Fall?
game.
Oh, the new one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it came out in Quest, they gave me a key, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll cover that. When's the thing over? Like, 20 minutes. Well, I'm not going to fucking beat that embargo, am I?
No, but at the
I ended up just not playing it.
Yeah, but it's not like you have to do it straight away, is it? And also,
yeah, so I was like, okay, yeah, I'll record that as soon as possible. So
a lot of the stuff as well is like, do I want to do it straight away or do I want to leave it for a bit? Because you kind of get, your video will get lost with everyone else who's playing it and that sort of thing. So
there is, yeah. Why watch me when you can watch GT?
Well, no disrespect to GT, but I'd probably rather watch you. But that's just me.
That's because you're just waiting for the fucking train wreck that's going to be mine.
No, not at all. Not at all. But it's like I keep wondering about should I start doing actual videos, but I need to learn to edit, or and I've had other editors going, well, I can do it for you, and I'm like, I'm not paying someone to edit my shit because I don't earn anything out of this anyway. There's no way I can.
If my shit made money, then maybe. But
well, quite exactly.
I would happily let somebody else edit my shit because I fucking hate doing it.
But I think you and I are very similar, as we don't play the algorithm game. We just do what we want to do.
I know there are a lot easier ways of getting views and stuff.
Oh no, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And some people are very good at that, and that's what they enjoy doing, and that's fine. So it's like some of I find a lot of the ones that tend to do well, in my opinion, have no edge to them. Do you know what I mean? They're very middle of the road. No, and you can't, and I understand that. But I don't find that particularly entertaining. But again, it's what are you watching the things for? Are you watching because you want to review and you want to know if you want to buy the game, or are you watching it for the person and that sort of thing? Because I think there's a difference between the person that is the streamer and the content they provide. And people might watch. It's like no one watches, for example, no one watches Zim for the games he plays. Yeah, people watch Zim to watch Zim have a mental breakdown on stream. Basically, is what usually happens.
It is normally like.
And to be fair, and I don't mean this in any disrespectful way at all. People don't watch VR Oasis. Yeah, people don't watch Mike for Mike. People watch that for the content that he provides, which is an informed, an informed review.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which many will say is purchased, but I mean.
Well, yes or no? Honestly, don't care.
If it was purchased, he would have taken the opportunity to become an Oculus ambassador.
Yes.
Which,
and that's fair.
We all know he got, and he turned it down.
Yes, exactly. And all credit to him and that sort of thing. But don't get me wrong. I love Mike to bits. He's a lovely chap. I really like him as a friend. He's superb.
Oh, he's superb.
We talk offline quite a bit as well. But again, I'm not a huge fan of his content because it's not what I look for. I look for stuff that's more entertaining. Mike's stuff is not particularly entertaining. It's informative. But that's what he does.
The thing is, it's his livelihood. Like, I get
it. Oh, no, absolutely.
Like,
he has to play that game.
Exit right.
He has to do it because that's... Oh, shit. he has to do it because that's his livelihood. Yeah, and that's fair enough. And to be fair, he's showing everyone how it's done.
Yeah.
You know, you can't fault him on that. It's like he knows how to do it, and he knows how to make. And also, his production quality is second to none.
It
You know,
is. Yeah.
You know, and
It
you
really
can't
is.
you can't complain about that at all. But again, for myself, it's not something I would go out of my way to watch. You know, but you know that's what it is. But is there anything coming along in the VR world that you're intrigued by at the moment?
Millions of things I'm interested. This is the thing. I'm not that big, so I've got a massive backlog of shit that I've yet to even approach. So I'm never going to be bored.
What's the
German Richter.
next thing that you're very
I am
keen
kidding,
on?
of course.
Let's have a look then. So I've just started Red Matter, an oldie.
Oh, wow.
Apparently
Yeah.
a goodie.
It's very
So
good.
I've literally just started Red Matter.
Have you done that on the Quest, I take it, or is that on the
No,
PC?
PC VR.
Oh,
have a
okay.
code for whatever reason.
Well, but Red Matter's
I think
very
I bought
good.
it.
Very good.
Yeah, it's going well so far.
It's kind of creepy in places. It's very atmospheric. It's not too creepy that I noped out. It's creepy enough that I can carry on. So,
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah.
I played a Mega Pilot. That did not go well.
I've played Omega Pilot. It needs hostess support.
I'm
It also
curious if
needs-
you had the same issue as me. So, what was your experience?
I'll be fair, I hate virtual hostess. Always have, always will. I've never found one, with the exception of that one we tried at EGX, that actually felt good. And I
Played
think
that,
because...
didn't you?
Yeah, that's coming to PC as well, isn't it? What's it called again? Something? I can't remember.
Space salvages or something.
German Richter.
Yes, that's right.
Said, does Omega Pilot have real multiplayer yet?
No, that's the other thing that's missing. So I found the controls incredibly twitchy and very difficult to keep, to the point where I was constantly opening my hand and letting go to reset the joystick. Does that make sense?
So yeah, that information may have potentially helped my experience a lot.
Okay.
So I started the game and I was like, the tutorial just flat out didn't work. Like nothing really worked on the tutorials. I was like, screw it, let's just try the main thing. So I'm sat there and I'm revving the engine, and then I am just in a complete vomit-inducing spiral of hell.
Yep.
And I had to have my hand at a ridiculously awkward angle just to fly straight.
Mm-hmm.
I relaunched the game, did exactly the same thing, and I was just like, do you know what? Nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
So there's, I don't know, because everything does seem to be geared towards an Oculus headset.
Yeah.
And naturally, I'm wanting to play in an Index, and it just didn't work at all for me.
So I had no issue with the game playing in the Index at all, but it just wasn't. The control scheme was, and it's like it needs hostess support. If it
It's
had
on the
hostess,
docket.
so they say.
Yeah.
The other issue that particular company has is if I get a tweet from an account with that name, you know where I'm going with this.
as
that
well.
If you, I was kind of like, oh, that's clearly a bot, because their community person is, let's be honest, she's a very attractive young lady. Okay, yeah,
Exactly.
and her name on Twitter, I believe, is Cutie Katie or something. And
something along those, yeah, we don't know
it's
how.
something like that.
It's something
and
like that.
and her avatar picture is like her in some sort of summer dress posing, and it's like,
in front of
okay,
a mirror, just like
yeah,
the,
and
the
it
kind of account that you would get the, if you sent me $500,
German
we can be married and
Yes!
together forever, and you're just like, for
Yes!
fuck's sake, just fuck
so
off.
so I saw that in my DM, and I was like, oh, for God. One, I'm not that lucky, and 2, this sort of thing. But it's kind of like, no, that's just. And then when I actually looked at it, I was like, that's not how to promote your game. That's because I honestly thought it was just like one of those, oh hi, be my sugar daddy account sort of thing, and I was like, that's not a good way. It was only because I clicked on it and I read the bio that she was like, oh, I'm community manager for this VR company, and I'm like, holy shit, girl, you need to sort that shit out.
I have taken to entertaining myself by just poking fun at these bots.
Okay. Sorry, when we're talking about that lady and then you said, I have taken to entertaining myself, I wondered where you were going with that.
So you'll get like messages from these bots that's just like, oh, are you man? It's like, oh no,
yeah. No, I reply.
Like, oh no, I'm a complete fucking asshole. Yeah.
Mate. Where are you? The moon is my usual answer.
Yeah, like I've started, like really just being an asshole to these bots.
Oh yeah.
And I was very nearly a very big asshole to this person, and then I realized that they were actually from Focus with an X.
But it's not good. And you would think, as a business, you would kind of go, whoa, where are you going? Jesus.
Probably should tweet from a brand account first.
But there's another person. But then again, it goes the other way as well. Because let's be honest, Lo-Fi could do with its own brand account instead of.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I backed the Kickstarter.
I backed the Kickstarter. I'm in his Discord.
I'm in so many Discords that I'm just like, Joe, this is one I don't need to be in.
Yep. No, I agree. But yeah, that particular, yeah, that particular. The funniest thing is that guy lives in Toronto.
Oh, good. So get together with Sim and go.
Well, apparently that's being arranged, so that's going to be interesting. Because do you know Ashley as well? Ashley Huffman.
Yes.
Yeah. So she's also in Toronto. We're all going to get together.
Said he was at an arcade with Sim.
Yes, he was. Ashley was there as well. They went to so we were going to be going to that arcade, but apparently it's burnt down. So I'm not going to be going there anymore. Yeah. Well, it could be. Depends what game you're playing, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, so okay, you're going back to like older. That's the other thing as well. Is like with people coming into PC VR now, it's like there's so much content that you can go back to from what we would class as classics, and I think people don't forget that. But the other thing is most people.
Maybe he'll unblock you if he meets you in person, though.
I don't really care. It's the short answer on that one. What was I saying? Oh, like the classic thing. But the problem is people who like buy a Quest and don't have a gaming PC. So they've literally just got Quest titles that they can do. But there's still a huge amount of stuff.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. And then on top of that, there's the side quest.
Yep,
which is
that's
just
true.
Rammed with absolute gems. Like I played No More Rainbows the other day, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I hate the locomotion where you have to like jog on the spot kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I love that game. Like it was so much fun.
Okay, I still like Rogue Ascent. I think Rogue Ascent is a really smart game.
I did enjoy playing that. Yeah,
I didn't at first. I was kind of like, nah. When I saw how it was, but how you moved around and how you used, because it just uses hand tracking. But then once you play it, it gets really quite fast and furious. And you know.
It does, yeah. You sort
I
of
was
build
very
yourself
impressed.
up and the game escalates with you, which is just within your grasp, sort of thing. Until I imagine the balance switches over.
Yeah,
I only ever did one run, so I don't know if there's any. Is there any progression to it?
I don't know. I've never finished a run, so I couldn't tell you. But I just I quite got into Sweet Surrender. Did you play that?
I also played Sweet Surrender, yes.
I really like Sweet Surrender. I think it's a really fun roguelike. Again, I've not finished it, and also
same thing.
It's also like I've twice on the stream now, and thanks to you actually, it was Compound.
Oh right, yeah, that game looks.
I
old as fuck
really
yet
enjoy Compound, and I've streamed it twice. I was supposed to stream something else, but I couldn't get it to work. I was like, fuck it, I'll do Compound again because that's fun. With my wonderful little 8-bit avatar I created myself for the thumbnail. Yeah, I really like those sort of games because it's like have you heard of it's not VR but Vampire Survivors? Have you seen this? Is the one that everyone's fucking raving about?
Recently, yeah.
It's like £3 on Steam. It's nothing, and it's a one thumb game. All you do is move, and the game does the rest for you.
Right. Okay.
So
£2.09 apparently.
yeah, it's dirt cheap. I can see how a lot of people can get completely swallowed up with it, and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. This sort of thing, but I do that a lot where people get like, oh, this is the best thing ever, and I'm like, nah, it's alright. But yeah, so basically you move your character around and the character auto fires. But there are different traits and weapons and skills you can add to your character as you unlock. Yeah? And it just ends up becoming a bullet hell. It's not even bullet hell, it's an enemy hell game because you just get completely swamped by enemies.
Me screams out it was a phone game.
I don't believe it was. It's fine, and I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people have like think it's the best thing ever, and it's very well made. And to be honest, for £2.09 you can't really complain whatever you get, can you? So
$3 cocaine comes up.
yeah, basically. Is that one of the reviews? Is it?
Yeah, this game was built way ahead of its time. We don't need good graphics and realism. Gameplay is all that matters, and this game hits hard. I even killed Death himself. 10 out of 10.
Oh, that's actually quite impressive that someone's managed to do that. Yeah, but it's fine. It's really good. Everyone seems to be completely enamored by it and think it's the best thing ever, and I'm very happy for you. But for me, I'm like, yeah, it's alright. I've only got it because Mr. Hibbins sent me a copy as a Steam gift. So obviously he's completely enamored by it and wanted everyone else to play it.
That's the thought. I need to poke him.
Do you? What for?
I told him to get me a list of what he was propositioning. And
Oh, okay. Well, have a chat with him tonight. Are you coming racing this evening?
Oh shit, that's tonight?
Yes.
No, I've got a bit of a project on.
Okay.
Yeah, of course it's the first Sunday. Because yesterday was International Tabletop Day, and I was trying to get people to play Demio.
Oh, okay. Fine. Yeah, no, that's alright. That's no
of
problem.
course, this is the first Sunday of the month.
Well, we have a special guest this week.
Is it Max Verstappen?
It's not Max Verstappen.
Then
It's the man who started it all.
Oh, of course, he's had a delivery, hasn't he?
Yes.
He actually has his own stuff.
He does. So yeah, Zim has said he will be joining us this evening. So yeah. Although I was talking to him yesterday, and he's kind of like, reverse doesn't always work, and I'm like, well, use the flappy paddles then, sort of thing. And he's like, oh, what should I do? Are you?
I am a shifter. Yeah,
I tend to use the paddles these days. Yeah, but his reverse doesn't always work, and I'm like, well, that's a bit of a problem. So, how much longer have we got?
Well,
We've got another
just don't
5
crash,
hours.
and then you won't need to turn around.
I'm gonna have to rest again. Jesus. That's alright, we could probably get into the daylight if I go and rest. Watch the sun come up as we come into so-and-so. Right.
Yeah, so
down.
Saints and Sinners 2.
Yes. Do you know what? I still have not finished the first one.
I've never played it. Like,
have you not?
I've launched it and found the guy swinging in the tree and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I've never actually played the game. I did. So this is my experience of the game. It's never changed. It's never changed from the last time I told this story on the podcast. I started the first day, went to the thing, found the ring, blah 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 blah, and then I figured, wow, this clock's ringing for a long time, and all these zombies are around for a long time. And then I was just like, all right, I'm running around.
I
I'll be
remember
fine.
this.
Dropped my gun, went looking for my gun, and then thought, just fuck it, I'm just gonna die.
I will be honest.
That's it.
One thing that game did not do to begin with was explain the time mechanism. It didn't really explain that well enough for you to understand. It took me like a couple of goes to go, oh, okay, this is how it works. But it feels like it should have explained that a bit better, just so that you understood how it worked. Because it was kind of frustrating when you didn't know, and I can understand why people will go, well, that's stupid, and then come back again. But once you understand that mechanic, then it's fine. So yeah, I've not finished it. I've been told by so many people that I need to finish it. But again, it's, you know, it's a lot of time to invest in one game.
Speaking of Walking Dead VR games, I don't know if you still have access to my library.
I do.
It's back.
Is it back? Is it? Oh, okay.
It's back.
Why is it back?
It was very, very cheap, like £5 cheap.
But that... have you tried it?
So, well, this is the thing. So I never actually played my own game. I bought the game.
No, you didn't.
Watched you live stream it and refunded it when you finished. So I bought it to give it a go.
Okay.
I figured for £5 I've spent more on worse.
To be fair, £5, okay. I believe they fixed a lot of shit as well. Or maybe they haven't, I don't know. But no, it was just, yeah. Considering that it came out, what they said it was going to be, and then what it became, it was very, very disappointing. Because originally it was supposed to be some big VR co-op thing. Like,
that was the game that pointed out.
And it was like, ooh, and then it wasn't. And then the problem I had as well is it doesn't. No, you know, I don't like horror games in VR. I don't like that sort of thing at all. Love horror films, can't do horror games, okay? But I can do Saints and Sinners because it has more of a sense of dread than horror, and you're just kind of kept on your toes all the time. Whereas this thing, Walking Dead Onslaught, didn't have that at all. You just didn't feel like there was any real stakes involved in what you were doing. It all just felt really straightforward and simple. And that
this is my inherent problem with Servio's games.
Yes.
Every single one of them. You can love them all you like, but every single one of them, they have about 4 levels that they just rinse and repeat for an entire game.
Yeah. I mean, I still have a soft spot for Raw Data because it was like one of my first ever PC VR games I ever played.
And it's fine and it's fun, but when you've seen that they basically just make 4 levels and repeat it for 3 hours.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You can't unsee that, and then every single game you play, you look at like raw data. Okay, so we go into the thing, we go into the place, and then we go back into the thing again, and we do that a lot.
And for what Jam Rift is asking about, are people still playing after the fall? Yeah, I actually still hop in now and then. Myself.
I've never finished it.
Really? Oh. Well, we'll have to do something about that then, won't we?
I had massive tech issues with the game.
Really?
And then by the time I solved said tech issues, everybody stopped playing.
Oh, well, I'm more than happy to come back. I guarantee you, I could get you, me, Reese, and Mike. We could all hop in.
You say the word, pal, and I mean,
okay.
Naturally, my streaming schedule fucks that kind of thing up.
Well, the thing is, so we have a little Twitter group with 4 of us, and one of those people is not always available because they're not in the UK. So, and they did suggest we get someone to replace them, and it's kind of like, well, you can never be replaced, but yes, we'll find someone. That's all. That may be a good idea. And we tend to do stuff because it was like, did you ever hear about when I played Zenith with Mike and Reese?
Yeah, because you were abusing a child, right?
I was not abusing a child. Like this. I said something, and the child thought I was talking to them, and I wasn't. Like this. And if the thing is after it happened, both Mike and Reese were like, I so wish I was recording this sort of thing. And I'm like,
they're like, oh, it's Mike VR Oasis, and then they can just hear you going, yeah, stupid fucking, like, just shouting, like they're
what happened was they were taking the piss out of me, and I turned around and said, oh, why don't you fuck off, you cunt, to Mike and Reese. And about 10 feet on the right hand side, this little kid went, oh, I'm sorry, I'll go then. Like this and that.
So he's just like, oh, I'm gonna go and see like I see him on the internet. He's my hero, and then they just did fuck off. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, sorry, Mr. Mike, you're a lot worse in real life.
No, I don't believe they thought it was Mike. I don't believe they even knew who we were. It's just quite funny. But that happened. I remember playing Population 1 with Zimtok and Nathi. And the minute you go into the lobbies, you can just hit all the kids go, oh, it's Nathi! Ah! And I'm like, oh, God.
I've been in a very similar lobby,
yeah. Oh, for Christ's sake.
That's the thing, though. You have to be that guy to get those.
Oh, yeah, no, fair enough. You know. But he, looks like a member of the Hitler Youth, but the children love him, don't they? So. Although his moustache has come on a lot further since it used to be.
I mean, the way to grow a moustache is to just never ever shave it, even when it looks.
No, exactly. You just have to wait.
It grows in past the parts
German
that it doesn't
Rifter.
Yep.
Said had
So,
a
yeah, you
similar
just have to
experience with
persevere
Vivian
and
in
not
Alt
listen
Space
to
Long.
people like us.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, other than Resident Evil, Walking Dead, and Horizon, and No Man's Sky, was there anything else for PSVR?
No, not from what I saw. They had some new flat screen games.
Weren't Endream's supposed to announce a thing at State of Play, or is that at the Upload?
Upload is their one.
It's Upload, isn't it?
Yeah. But Endreams already have their nice big announcement that I'm very excited for.
This is I heard that they were announcing more stuff that soon sort of thing. So
the thing that concerns me with Endreams is like I'm very happy. Why are you not opening the barrier?
Because you've not killed enough hookers. Or you've completely missed. I can see there's a green thing to your right. And to your left.
Well,
No, you're in the right one. Is it because you're broke?
Press enter or button 7. Oh, no, there we go. Good, fine. No, so Endreams have obviously announced their Ghostbusters VR.
Which I may or may not be hounding the CEO of Wuja to try and do it.
They should, honestly, you could go and make a Wuja where the back looks like a proton pack.
This is what I've been saying. The problem is,
fucking
it's
sells
not
itself.
Dreams that get to make that decision, is it?
No, it's not. It's going to be Sony and that sort of
Exactly.
thing, and that's fair enough. The issue I have with Endreams now making this game that I've been dreaming about for years is I already have this game in my head. So, of what I expect this to be because it's what I've been dreaming of for a long time. So, yeah.
Remember, they've already done a VR Ghostbusters game.
Are you talking about the crappy experience things that they did?
Exactly.
Okay.
So the bar is very low. I promise they will beat that.
So, now, this is the other thing that concerns me with it. So, it's going to have a campaign, So there's going to be a story. It's like, okay, fine. But what is there going to be outside of the campaign that's going to make me keep playing? So my vision of what this game should be is kind of like Phasmophobia, but with proton packs and ghost traps. Yeah. So end game is
after the fall.
yeah. Otherwise, it's not gonna. People aren't gonna keep playing it.
There needs to be some sort of financial reward for catching ghosts.
Yes.
Some sort of progression.
Yes. You need progression. You need constant updates. You need new environments, new locations, new types of ghost.
But once again, it's not End Dreams that's making this game.
Well,
End
End
Dreams
Dream-
will have an outline that they must sort of.
yes. I was going to say they are making the game, but there will be certain things that they would have to adhere to, thanks to Sony, unless End Dreams came up with a pitch and went to them and said, "This is what we want to do with the Ghostbusters," which also happens.
But then the
So, yeah. Then the
continued support may not
Yes.
be something Sony are willing to finance.
yes, and that's fair enough. So
Well, I do
you know,
like Sony's continuous investment in VR.
yep. I mean, you know, you've only got to look at the PlayStation. That's, you know, they're the only games console that really did it.
Well, I mean, After the Fall, Sony have got exclusive content in After the Fall.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
What's that?
you can get Ghostbusters shit in After the Fall
Can you?
if you play it on PlayStation.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. But that's probably
so,
because
yeah.
I don't really look at the PlayStation VR stuff now, unless it's the new one.
Yeah.
I keep meaning
So-
to. I've got the adapter. I keep meaning to hook it up to the PlayStation 5 again, but the problem is once I hook it up, I lose my HDR and I lose my 4K because it doesn't pass through the box. And it's kind of like I don't want to lose that playing a PlayStation.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know, the reason, if I've got a PlayStation 5, I want to be able to use it to the best it can do, because some games on the 4K on a flat screen look incredible. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima is just beautiful.
Yeah, I've never played it.
Yeah, no, it's really, really good.
I've played
And
Miles Morales.
Okay. Returnal is good fun as well. I do like
Keep
Returnal.
threatening to own that because it's co-op now, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe they gave it away with PlayStation Plus, mate.
Returnal? No.
Yeah, pretty sure they did.
No, I'd have bought it. I'd have got it.
Pretty sure it was one of the free games. Because even if I don't, want the game, I was like, I own FIFA 2022 now, and I was like, I couldn't give a fuck about that game. But it's there because it was given away on PlayStation Plus. Haven't they changed all the PlayStation Plus stuff, or they're going to? Isn't there something going on there?
Sorry, you
Wait.
lost me. Returnal on PlayStation Plus.
Was it there or not?
I don't know. I'm Googling.
Pretty sure it was at one point.
I'd be very, very annoyed if I missed it.
I think I was annoyed because I bought it. And then it was like, oh, okay.
German Richter.
Said Don T. They have a new subscription
The
model.
best PS5
Yeah.
game of 2022 is coming free to PlayStation Plus.
There you go.
Oh, I said the best PlayStation 5 game. I didn't say which one it was.
And
Oh,
then
okay.
exit right.
But they're changing the whole subscription model as well, aren't they?
Exit right.
There's like 3 layers of PlayStation Plus coming or something where you get access to games or something. I can't remember. I think they're trying to do kind of a Game Pass type thing, but not the same as Game Pass.
Yeah, I heard that. Because there's PS Play, is it? Or some shit like that?
PS Now,
Yeah.
which is where you can play, it's basically cloud-based gaming. from what I understand. But again, I still think Game Pass is a really good deal. I'd quite happily pay that every month. Mainly because there's a huge amount of games that I end up playing that I wouldn't normally play. And it gets me to try things that I wouldn't normally do, but they're a bit different. Which is quite good.
Sony recently announced PlayStation Plus subscription service will be revamped in 3 separate tiers in June.
There you go.
This new approach will be rivaling Microsoft's increasingly popular Game Pass model. The middle tier of the service is now PlayStation Plus Extra. Essentially combines the current PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now subscriptions into one package. Although Sony won't be offering first-party day one releases on this service, it will be adding titles to the library like PlayStation 5 exclusive Return. So
Okay.
it's coming to PlayStation Plus Extra
Right.
this month.
Okay. How much is that?
So I don't know.
Okay. Because I guess it's going to be more than the standard PlayStation that we're playing now. Because Game Pass is a bit more, understandable.
Returnal's very, very expensive, exclusive, blah, 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 blah. Nothing about this PlayStation Plus Extra, but at least I've got something else to Google.
There you go. Returnal is really good. And it does some really nice stuff with the haptic triggers on the PlayStation 5 as well. That's actually one of the things I'm really keen to try for the PlayStation 2 VR. The PlayStation VR 2, sorry, is the haptics. Because it's got haptics in the headset as well, hasn't it?
German
So-
Richter.
Said PS Plus Premium has
we'll get to
PS3
that in a
and
moment.
PS4 game cloud
The
streaming.
triggers.
Yes.
Exit. Right.
Because those triggers are coming into the new controllers, aren't they, for the PlayStation
They
VR
are.
2?
They're a nice, interesting little gimmick.
See, I'm not sure it's actually a gimmick. I think there's a lot you can do with that to help with the immersion.
Oh, absolutely, there is. I mean, if it makes sense anywhere, it's VR.
I mean, to be fair, in Returnal, they used them really well.
Don't they kind of tie your fingers out a little bit?
I know, yeah, certain games, yes. Depending on what they do with them, yes. But Returnal has a really nice mechanics, like when you aim, so you know when you aim, you usually pull the left trigger, yeah?
Keep right.
Yes.
So in Returnal, you pull it and it stops halfway, and you're like, oh. And then you pull it again, you snap past that, and then that does something else. And it was like, that's quite cool.
We are finished.
yeah,
So it's using the trigger for multiple things.
I mean, it's like Nintendo. Nintendo know how to use their hardware better than anybody else. And
Yep.
they appear to have done really great things with Astro Bot, but after a while I was like, my finger kind of hurts.
Yep. No, I
And
can
don't
agree with
know
that.
if I want to be playing, Arizona Sunshine, and after a while be like the
My
index,
fingers hurt.
Yeah, the index playing stuff can hurt my fingers now. So
I mean,
if
to be
I've
fair,
got a trigger
the-
that's fighting
it's-
me as well.
It's the grip on the index that makes me hurt more than anything else.
I wish
I-
that was the
I've-
case.
I
My index,
I
between
forget
my
that.
fat, sweaty hands, it gripped when I don't want it to. I have to wipe it down my shirt to make it let go of stuff. It drives me insane at times.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, gripping is never an issue for me, but every now and again, if you're playing something like Ball will tell you, Dick Wild,
Uh-huh.
it just shreds his fingers. And he just,
Really?
yeah, he just destroys his fingers to the point where he actually made a thing for his widget that counts the amount of times he pulls the trigger.
Okay. I am listening.
yeah,
I'm just concentrating.
You're also concentrating, yeah. So I'm now on a website about the Sony subscription.
Okay.
I think they may have actually launched it already, but
Okay.
Yeah, you are right, Daniel. They've got a new subscription model, 3 membership plans to choose from. Get all the core benefits with PlayStation Plus Essentials, online multiplayer and free monthly games. Discover hundreds of great games with game catalog on PlayStation Plus Extra.
Mm-hmm.
Death Stranding, Demon's Souls, Ghost of Tsushima, Bloodborne. And experience all the benefits and more with PlayStation Plus Premium. Game trials, cloud streaming, classic catalog. So the PlayStation Plus is already more expensive than Game Pass,
Right.
if I remember. I mean, to be fair, I get my Game Pass with my Xbox.
Yes, you've got
28 quid a month for
that.
2 years, and
Arcania.
I get the Xbox and Game
Said I
Pass.
finally
and all
tried the
crap.
PS controller in a game store the other day and was impressed
So-
with haptics.
I'm not entirely sure, but or is it that PlayStation Plus and Xbox Gold were very different in price? Like Xbox, I could always get that for about 30 odd quid. PlayStation was always 50.
Yeah, you always had to pay more for the. I'm going the wrong
Well,
way,
in fact,
going the wrong way.
if only one of us had an internet connection, then we could Google this thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, we could.
PlayStation Plus Extra. I'm on PlayStation.com.
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation Plus. It's 1 month is $10.99.
Okay. Xbox
Premium
is
is $13.49.
about the same.
So I mean, you would imagine they would
Oh,
make it competitive.
fucking yes. Sorry. Just
What did you do?
I fucked.
Oh,
Dries
you
prologue.
parked.
Said you were gay.
I thought you said you fucked. Right, so
No, I
Game
said
Pass. Here we go.
fucking yes.
Overview. So Xbox Game Pass. Tell me about getting it for a month and tell me how much it's going to really cost me. Play all these games day one. Warhammer 40k Dark Tide. That looks fun. EA games. Download and play. Play on the cloud. Right, here we go. So Game Pass Ultimate
Dries prologue.
is $10.99
Said how
a
old are
month.
you?
That gets you games on PC, cloud gaming, day one releases, discounts, and Xbox Gold. So the most expensive Game Pass is the same price as the cheapest PlayStation Plus.
I'm in positive money.
You made money?
I have 10 grand.
Wow!
I paid off my loan and I have 10 grand.
Now you can get more hookers.
Excellent. I can find more expensive ways to dispatch them.
So yeah,
What time
that's
is it?
that's 11 quid a month for the expensive Xbox Game Pass, and that includes the PC stuff. If you only have the console, you don't do the PC stuff. It is purely $7.99 a month,
Okay.
which $6.99 gets PlayStation Plus Essential, which is PlayStation Plus and the 2 games a month.
Okay.
Dries
So
prologue.
price-wise, they are
Said
still
Andrew
quite
Nederland.
expensive.
Who was that?
I mean, £3.50, $13.49 for the Big Daddy.
Uh-huh.
So it's $2.50 more a month for Game Pass. I guess the question is, where's your money?
Yeah,
You
I think
bought an
that's the main
Xbox,
thing
then.
with that.
You're not going to
Cool.
get the PlayStation, are you?
No, I think we're about right. Right, I think that is enough for today, because that's pretty much what we came here to do, which is do some trucking and pitch up a hitchhiker, which we did, which was the wonderful doc.
Dries
Thank you a lot for
prologue.
coming.
Said J.I.J.
It's
Ben
okay,
T.
I
Dick.
had nothing else to do, I don't think. I've shut the door and I can't hear the wife, so meh.
Okay, good. I don't know who
Hopefully we
this person
entertained
is in chat, but they keep retracting their messages.
Yeah, a moderator can probably see them, no?
Yes.
German Rifter.
Or,
Said,
well, you
see
would be
ya
able to see
guys,
them,
have a
sure.
great one.
Thank you, Daniel. All the best. Hope everything's good with you.
Yeah, we're all you're in all of our hearts, mate.
Always,
Right.
absolutely. It's good.
Um,
Excellent.
And we're here to have fun.
Yeah.
All right, guy.
Indeed. Thank you very much
been
for
a
coming.
pleasure.
You're more than welcome
for
to
the
come
ride.
whenever we're doing this sort of thing. It's always nice to have
Um,
someone to chat to and stuff. But I will be back later with some more racing because it is race night.
Rise prologue.
What have you got
Said,
coming
how
up, Doc?
much dollar have you?
Me, the usual Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday streams.
Mm-hmm.
I've now bitten off more than I can chew because I've got 3 long form games on the go. 4 long
no.
form games on
What
the
have
go
you
and
got?
3 days that I stream.
What have you got on the go?
Well, I mean, I've got No Man's Sky on Tuesdays with a wife. I've got Resident Evil 2 remake. I've got the Red Matter and also Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Which
good luck with all that.
2 of them aren't even legit VR games, but there we go.
That's fine. Anyway, thank you very much for coming. Thanks for everyone who's watching. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And go and subscribe to Doc and see all of his stuff. And if you want, come and watch us
Rise
do some
prologue.
racing later.
Said on Euro Truck Simulator.
Bye. Oh, how much money do I have in Euro Truck Simulator? Now I have just over 10,000 euros. It's not a lot, I know. Thank you very much. Enjoy and fuck the lot of you.